So have you ever seen a movie series go totally off the rail? By totally off the rail, I mean, like let's look at Police Academy. Now the obvious story is these misfits become cops, and for the next there's 7 Police Academy movies. So actually, I guess we'd say for the next 6, these misfits, a few new ones here and there, minus a few here and there, they remain cops. You got a series like Friday the 13th. Jason kills people. Not in the first movie, but he does pop up. He kills people in the movie. Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy kills people through all the movies. Fast and the Furious. Now, that's my favorite film series, but that's kind of expanded. They're not street racing, but they're using those street racing skills now to basically be superheroes in cars with The Rock. But everything's kind of stayed the same. One series that went right off the friggin' rails was Best of the Best. Now, let me tell you, Best of the Best Part 1 stinks. I said it, it stinks. You take a karate movie that basically, and you got the James Earl Jones, because I'm sure he's the most felt taekwondo expert in the world. He's training all these guys for the taekwondo Olympics, and they're going to fight the evil foreign team. Well, they're not evil, but the one guy does have an eye patch. Anyway, the captain of the team is Eric Roberts, and you got Philip Ray, who's an amazing taekwondo artist. You got Chris Penn in there. He's Chris Penn. If he knows karate, taekwondo, he sure faked it horribly in these films. But anyway, they're on the team, and it's an emotional drama. And even though it's got like Tommy Lee, he wants his revenge against the head of the other team. They don't beat him and they lose, and the other team gives them medals. Oh, a beautiful sob story. Put me to sleep, Daddy. So they figured, okay, we make this drama that stinks, but it was popular. So we're going to make part 2. Best of the Best Part 2. Now we got Eric Roberts. He's right here. Philip Ray. And Chris Penn comes back. Now see, Chris Penn, now they own a karate school together. Well, at least Eric Roberts and Philip Ray do. Excuse me. Sean Penn. Chris Penn, his name's Travis. He's been doing underground arena of death fighting. And he challenges the champ, Brakus. Pretty big dude. And this underground arena death is ran by Wayne Newton. Fresh off the hot villain role in The Adventures of Ford Fairlane. So Chris Penn fights Brakus. Brakus breaks his neck. They throw him in a car. They say, oh, you got in a car accident, murder. The problem is Eric Roberts' punk-ass kid witnessed it. And he tells, Eric Roberts and Philip Ray, I'm going to start, he's like, hey, that ain't what happened. So they go down there, they try to make some noise. And it turns out that this gang's really, this underground arena, they're like, wait, they're really connected. So, they crash in the door. And Tommy Lee, that's Philip Ray's name in the movie, he does a kick and he kicks Brakus into a mirror. And Brakus comes out and he's cut. He's got a scar here. So he wants revenge. So they've got a hit out on him. Like the bad guys, they come up to Eric Roberts and Tommy Lee's cabin. I keep saying Eric Roberts because for the life of me, I can't remember his freaking name in the movie. But we're going to look it up. Alex. Riddle up their house. They get in the big fight. They escape, and they have to get out of town because they're all being hunted. They're trying to kill the kid and everything. No witnesses, none of that stuff. Well, they're trying to kill Eric Roberts and his kid. They're trying to kidnap Tommy Lee because Brakus wants to fight him in the arena of death. So they got to get out of town, and they go to Tommy Lee's grandma's house, which is basically like his farm where we meet Tommy Lee, the Asian man. We meet his brother, played by Sonny Landham, the great Sonny Landham. You don't think Sonny Landham is hilarious in real life? look up, Google Sonny Landham political aspirations, and just read some of his statements. Anyway, Sonny Landham is such a good actor. He's a drunk Asian man's Indian brother. But what he does is he's also fought Brakus, so he knows how to beat Brakus. Because Brakus actually ran him off the road, left him all scarred up. So he's going to train these two to fight Brakus in the big arena of death. Long story short, the bad guys find out where they are. They think that, you know, they leave everybody for dead except Tommy Lee. They take him back, and he's got to fight. Now, it's some shitty deal for Tommy Lee. You got to fight like 8 guys before you fight Brakus, who's well rested. That just doesn't seem like a fair match. But anyway, Tommy Lee, you know, he has all these matches and they have weapons. Eric Roberts isn't really dead, so he's got to call up his old team, which just makes no sense. He doesn't call up the whole U.S. team. He calls up the Korean team that they beat in part 1. And while Tommy Lee's fighting in the arena of death, Eric Roberts and these guys, they storm the place and they're beating up all the guards trying to make their way down. This is what a martial arts movie needs to be. Not none of that bullshit hugging and kissing and training for the Olympics. Underground arena of death. That's where it's at. Best of the best. They said, we messed up. We made a drama. We are erasing that. We're arena of death. They made there ain't a person alive that won't say Best of the Best 2 is better than Best of the Best, because it's awesome. And it's like a $3 DVD. It's pretty easy to find. This is Best of the Best. Special features include audio commentary by the director and Tommy Lee, you know, Philip Ray. We've got an Inside the Coliseum and the Making of featurette and 2 original trailers. Now, just as I stated that it went off the rail, there are 2 more Best of the Best films. I'll review them in depth at another time, but I'll tell you real quick. Part 3, Tommy Lee goes on vacation without Eric Roberts, and he goes back to his hometown to hang out with his sister and his brother-in-law, played by Shooter McGavin. I have no idea nowadays what Shooter McGavin's real name is, so he's just Shooter McGavin. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Turns out this town's been overrun by an army of like 500 paramilitary skinheads. But that's okay, because Tommy Lee takes them all out. Fights skinheads. Now, and we're going to go forward. We're going to have Best of the Best 4. That one's called Without Warning. Part 3, I believe is No Turning Back. Part 4, Tommy Lee now is an instructor at a police academy who gets messed up in some CIA espionage. See that? Dumb drama, arena of death, killing skinheads, CIA espionage. These things don't link whatsoever, but they're good. They're fun. Best of the Best 2 is one of my favorite martial arts films. Theatrical release. This, believe it or not, was not straight to video. This was theatrical release. I saw it in the theater. Me and like the other 5 people there loved it. I highly recommend you check it out. It's Best of the Best 2. Don't watch part 1. There's a little 2-minute flashbacky thingy in the beginning. That's all you need to see. Best of the Best 2, that's the one to get.